it's your girl Z from transvoicelessons.com, and in this video I'm going to showcase 25 different voices. First, I'll start with my average voice. So this is my average voice. This is what I sound like if I'm not really, doing anything fancy or whatever. It's a pretty average voice for me. I am warmed up today since I recorded the clips before this and stuff like that. So I kind of have different forms of my voice. So sometimes I'll be like more here or whatever. And sometimes I'll like come down here if I'm like really, really dark or feeling androgynous or whatever. Of course, and I also like to operate here sometimes. And of course, my teaching voice is more like this. So when I'm like, okay, look, you've got to understand that this thing relates to this thing and this thing goes there. So those are my average voices that I typically utilize. Par, per, heat from fire, fire from heat. Par, heat from fire, par, per, push, port, pool. Never, ever, 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 ever. Per, part, port, pot, pool, pew, put, per, push, never, ever, peat, pit, part, pot, port, pool, pew, put, per, push. Nah, I mean, if I'm talking in a voice like this or whatever, normally that's not super, desirable or whatever, but it is a valid vocal quality, and this is definitely more feminine than average. Okay, so yeah, here I am with a voice like this. I like this as a really pumped up kind of femme sound, where it's my lips are barely even moving. They're pushed out a little bit. It creates this warmth, and I mean, you can do a lot of different stuff with that. So this is fun. How dare you do that kind of thing, Harold? Get you over here, Harold. Get your butt over here. I can't believe you do that in this house. I've raised you better. I taught you better morals than that.
You young whippersnappers, you get off my property. Get off my lawn. I see you out here on my YouTube comments. Get out of here. Billy, go get my walker.
Here's a baby voice. No, Scottish accent can differ wildly. Scottish accent can differ so drastically. It's a stone's throw away here, so if I'm over here, it's just a little bit over that way, so it's not a big deal or anything like that. But bit, pit, bet, bat, part, port, pot, pool, pew, put, per, push. Bit, pit, bet, bat, part, port, pot, pool, pew, put, per, push. Okay, so one of the things that the falsetto does have going for us is that it allows us to get all the way up here. So I mean, I can talk to you and I can just bridge that back down here or whatever, right? So and I'm in falsetto the entire time here. This is a much more difficult kind of sound. This is a falsetto that's a little bit more tamed, So this is probably a more passable falsetto. But yeah, I'm definitely in my falsetto here. I'm not using my modal voice. Okay, so everybody always says don't speak in falsetto or whatever, and this is why. Here is an androgynous bimodal voice where we produce multiple fundamentals at the same time. There are multiple ways to do this. I'll put a clip of the one that I've done the best, and if it's still not androgynous enough, then perhaps something more here might be akin to your liking. This is much more of a cyborg quality, right? So I'm trying to make now it's going to be even more confusing because I've got a really high R2, but I'm trying to make my R1 bigger while I keep up the same degree of glottal behavior.
If I take it down here, then what you end up with is another kind of, wow, I've changed the bitonal relationship in my voice.
I'm not sure how people would gender this kind of voice, so I'm going to present this as a kind of degree of neutral androgyny. So if you think that this voice is androgynous, let me know.
So this is a voice that to me seems it's kind of, so I would say that this is more of an androgynous masc leaning, but it definitely has an androgynous quality to it.
Okay, so this is my stoner girl voice. So it's one of those things where, you kind of just get one way or the other, but it just seems it's there's more falsefold in like a lot of those voices. It's just like it's chill, you know? It's chill. Yeah. No, you're... God, really? I cannot believe that. That is honestly so atrocious. I can't even believe that that was like a combination, you know? So, yeah, it's gonna be one of those days. There's like a lot of this kind of digging in on the sound, right? And it's just one of those things where you kind of wanna like emphasize certain things, but at the same time, you wanna like drive away from them too.
I refuse to go there. If you plan to go there, I will not go there. I drew my lines here when I came onto your ship.
So, this kind of voice basically is when you have an asymmetric closure control over. So it's a little bit noisier, but it's a really cool sound still nonetheless. Here's definitely a different speaking quality than what I normally utilize. This is more of like a, there's a 2-point constriction. I've got a constriction lower, and I've got a constriction forward.
Whack, whack. Something you're doing. Zug, zug. Stop clicking me. Whack, whack. Something you're doing. Something you're doing.
So hey, what's up? It's your favorite Instabaddie. I paired it with these white Chanel sneakers. But yeah, so I paired it with the sneakers, and there's like that out there too. So yeah, so I paired it with like the sneakers. Yeah, so I paired it with the sneakers. Yeah. Can I get in the car? Like I wanna like get in the car. I don't know and stuff. Like I wanna like go and like play like rocks and stuff.
Like, I mean, if I'm all the way down here or whatever, I mean, you might as well get back to that kind of quality, right? It's one of these things where it comes out of me. It's just a soulful expression, you know? It's just something I've always been born with. Coming in with a southern voice, I grew up in a Midwestern area there. I mean, this is a little bit more...
I'm gonna talk like Katharine Hepburn. And when I'm in a voice like this, you hear, I swear, Dexter. So, if I'm talking to you in a voice like this,
Okay, so here I am, and I'm
just going to talk to you, and I'm just going to go back and forth. And basically, I mean, I can just have a normal conversation with you and just switch back and forth between these different qualities of sound. While we're in the middle of it, I might as well go a little bit slower with it. You know, this is like a sort of undulating gender voice where you are sort of perpetually flipping between different gendered qualities. I wonder if there is anyone in the world who has ever slowly started to normalize this kind of speech behavior pattern, because technically you could totally normalize this kind of speech behavior pattern, but it would certainly be a very dynamic quality that might have a lot more to do with the way that you're feeling on that day than necessarily the way that your voice normally sits. You're actually so rude, and I cannot believe that you treat your customers this way. I demand to speak to your manager right now. Right now. You better send your manager out to me right now. Oh, my name? Yeah. No! Oh my god, I cannot believe that you did that. No, it's like one of my favorite things ever. Oh my god, thank you so much for doing that for me. I literally can't thank you enough. It's just such a heartbreaking moment. There's something about that. It touches me in such a positive way. I'm just overcome with grief. I'm just overcome with grief and emotion, and there's just something about that. It touches me in such a positive place, and I'm just so thankful to know all these different people. So thank you all very much. Pete, pit, pet, pat, pot, 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 pool, pew, put, pur, push. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, post them below. I would love to know which voice was your favorite out of all of these. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my Patreon if you would like to support my work. And of course, check out my music on Bandcamp or my music YouTube channel. And of course, if you would like to work with me in private lessons, please just email transvoicelessons@gmail.com, and you'll be added into the pool. Thank you all so much. Take care. Bye.